What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to the Portugal-Netherlands UEFA Nations League final post-match analysis video, and in this video we will talk about the England-Switzerland game as well. So congratulations to Portugal, who lifted the first UEFA Nations League trophy. It's like the League Cup of international football, if you like, because this was only a 4-team tournament, but still credit to Portugal. They fully deserved to win this whole tournament because they were better in both games against Switzerland and here against the Netherlands. And I was quite disappointed in the Dutch team. I expected a much better showing from them. I mean, the Portuguese team in the first half alone, they had 14 shots to the Netherlands 1. And Bruno Fernandes was very impressive in this game. I thought that some of his shots was very dangerous. He was very active, shooting very bravely from midfield, and I really hope that Liverpool sign Bruno Fernandes because he has been, as you can see in this game, a very good midfielder. But it wasn't Bruno Fernandes who actually scored the winner in this game. It was Guedes from, I think, a Bruno Fernandes assist, and it was a brilliant counter-attack from Portugal, and Guedes hits the shot with so much power. Even though Silas and the Dutch goalkeeper gets a hand to it, he couldn't keep it out. And I think what the Netherlands team lacks is like Van Persie in his prime. A real target man, a real number 9 who can finish some of the Dutch moves off. I felt that the Netherlands team didn't really have an outlet, didn't have a focal point, and the Dutch attacks more often than not just fell apart because they didn't have a player who they could pass the ball up to, who can hold it up, who can link play up front. I mean, Memphis Depay is not an out-and-out striker. He is like a winger / centre forward who is floating around in all kinds of positions. He doesn't stick around in the box. Depay would be better off maybe playing on the left wing, and the Netherlands should find very soon and quickly a striker who can really supply the midfielders with balls and who can also finish the chances well. Cristiano Ronaldo had a good game as well. He had some chances, some shots, some headers. Silasen had to make a lot of saves, but most of the saves were pretty comfortable. But still, we have to admit that the Portuguese team had much the better chances, especially in the first half. It was one-way traffic. The Netherlands didn't really put together one single very dangerous attack. The second half was more even, but the Portuguese team deservedly at home won the game. And as I said, Bruno Fernandes on another day could have scored 2 or 3 goals. He was very active, and the man of the match was Bernardo Silva, who had another very energetic display. And let me know, what are your predictions for the Euros, because it's, I think, a very open tournament, considering that the world champions France, who of course will be one of the favorites for the Euro 2020 tournament, they lost very badly to Turkey yesterday, and they were completely outplayed and outclassed by a Turkey side who didn't even make it to the World Cup the last time. So I think the Euros are a very open tournament, and I think both England and the Netherlands should learn a lot from this tournament. It was such an unlucky thing that when Ronaldo went through and he chipped the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper ultimately made the save, it was flagged offside. So maybe Ronaldo can be happy with that, because if it wasn't offside, that would have been probably the best chance the Dutch have squandered this game. A word on the Liverpool players. Ronaldo, I thought, had a pretty good game, but he just couldn't really affect the game in a very meaningful manner. As I said, his big one-on-one chance was flagged offside. Van Dijk was solid as ever. Some people are saying that Bernardo Silva dominated Van Dijk, but that's not true at all, in my honest opinion. And De Ligt also had a pretty decent game. And a word on the England game. So England, Switzerland, it was a pretty dull, boring game, especially in the first half. The second half was a little bit better, and England was desperately unlucky not to score in that one, because they hit the frame of the goal like 3 or 4 times. I honestly lost count how many times England hit the post, and they just couldn't score. Or when they scored, VAR again ruled it out. it was ultimately the correct decision, but I think again it's a case of if VAR doesn't exist, the goal would have been given, because Callum Wilson's drag back to he dragged the defender back and make room for himself. And in real time, I didn't see it, the referee didn't see it, and yeah, ultimately England won on penalties, and it was a quite hilarious and strange penalty shootout, because England's fifth penalty taker, that is usually the best penalty taker in the whole squad, it was the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. What is that all about? That is astonishing to me, and especially considering that his penalty was actually very impressive. So big credit to England goalkeeper Jordan Pickford, who made the penalty look like it's a piece of cake for him. And after the game, Pickford admitted that he practiced the penalties a lot, and he took one penalty because he scored all of them in practice, and then he scored in this penalty shootout as well. So England finally win another penalty shootout in an international tournament. And they collected the bronze medal, they won the bronze medal, which is England's first medal since the 1968 Euros, when they also won the bronze medal in an international tournament. But it feels a little bit hollow, because this is the UEFA Nations League. What you want to do is pick up a medal in an actual proper big international tournament, a Euro or a World Cup or a Copa America. So I think England can be a little bit disappointed that they lost to the Netherlands, but they couldn't really complain because the Netherlands were just better in that game. And if the Netherlands played like they played against England in this one, they would have had a much bigger chance. But I think Portugal, in front of their own fans, we have to take it into account that this was in Portugal, this tournament. I think Portugal just played better than the Netherlands, and ultimately they deserved to win this whole tournament. And now Ronaldo, after winning the Euros, he lifts the UEFA Nations League trophy, which is another very important trophy in his career, because he hasn't won many international trophies. And I think now it's up to Messi to win the Copa America, to follow suit, because I think what is missing from Messi's trophy cabinet is an international trophy. And even a Copa America would be very, very satisfying for Messi. He said himself that he's desperate to win an international trophy in Argentinian colors. So it will be very interesting this summer. And also I'm looking forward to the Africa Cup of Nations, where of course Liverpool players like Salah and Mane will play, and the Copa America will be very interesting with Firmino among others in the Brazilian national team. And also Trent Alexander-Arnold and Joe Gomez, two Liverpool players, started for England. Henderson was only on the bench, but I think both of them had a pretty good game, and England kept a clean sheet. Trent Alexander-Arnold whipped in some good crosses, and he was very lively, and he probably felt like one of the better players of England, so big credit to them as well. So as I said, it's not the most important international tournament, but it's always a nice feeling to win. And I'm a little bit disappointed for the Liverpool players, Van Dijk and Wijnaldum. It would have been nice after winning the Champions League for them to lift the international trophy, the Nations League as well, but it wasn't to be, and you can't take it away from Portugal. They fully deserved it. They outplayed Switzerland, and then they outplayed the Netherlands. So they are the worthy winners of this tournament. And at the moment, Portugal is living in its golden age, golden era. So Portugal, after winning the Euros like 3 years ago it was, and now winning the Nations League, it must be nice to be a Portugal fan right now. And I think they will be in very good spirits before the World Cup, because they actually have a good chance in the World Cup, probably, or in the Euros, sorry, that is coming up, because probably Ronaldo will still be in his prime in the Euros next year. And I'm really looking forward to it, because Budapest, my home city, will host 4 games, 3 grouped games and the round of 16 game, and I will be applying for tickets, and I really hope that I get some and I can go to some games and film some of the the highlights for you guys, and just the whole atmosphere here in Budapest around the Euros will be a cracking one. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to making some videos on that as well for you guys' enjoyment. So stay tuned for that, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.